What is up, guys? Alex Cave here, and today I'm back. And yes, I know every time that I don't upload for a while, I upload a video saying that I'm going to upload more and all this shit, but nah, guys. Today I'm back, and I'm going to get back on a YouTube grind, and I mean it this time, guys. I'm going to start uploading, putting a lot more content out there. And yeah, so today I'm hitting you guys with a life story that happened to me in my sophomore year of high school. So if you guys do enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. It really helps, guys, so press that subscribe button. And let's get right into it. So this was around the middle of my sophomore year, and this is right around where I started driving to school, because I just got my license and I already had like an older Lincoln Navigator that I was whipping to school. So one day I'm pulling out of the lot and I see one of my boys, Gus, and he's like, yo, and I was like, yo, and he walks up to my car. He's like, yo, are you trying to drive to, this is not really his name, guys, but I'm going to go with Jake. He said Jake. And he's like, yo, you trying to drive to Jake's house, bro? Because I'm matching up with Jake, and I'll smoke you out and shit. And I was like, hell yeah, bro, because, like, fucking free smoke sesh, hell yeah. And he hops in my car, and we start driving to Jake's house. And when we finally do get there, we pull up to Jake and then two other dudes I'd never seen, all smoking a blunt on his front porch. And I get out of the car, I say what's up to all of them, and they finish their blunt, and we go inside to his room. Now, we go in his room, and this kid... Dude, this kid had so much fucking paraphernalia, dude. He had like 3 bongs. He said one of them was worth like $400. And then he had a big-ass rig. And I didn't know what a rig was at this time. I didn't even know what dabbing or wax or any of this shit was. And in case you guys don't know what wax is, it's basically an extract from weed. It's concentrated THC. So when you're hitting that shit, you're hitting basically the shit that's in weed that gets you high. So it gets you really fucked up, guys. So... this kid, he pulls out a rig, and I guess we weren't smoking. We were just going to dab up. And he pulls out a torch and starts to heat up the glass of the rig. And that's how you're supposed to dab. You're supposed to heat up the glass, and then you put the wax in the glass, and then it just fucking smokes up, and you get high as fuck. So Jake was taking the first dab. He heated that shit up. He put the wax in, and he hit that shit. And it was almost like a bong because it had water in it and everything. But when he finally did take his dab, this nigga was coughing so much. I was like, damn, dude, if this nigga is like such a heavy smoker as he is and he's coughing this much, this shit's gonna be hell. So, yeah, he took his dab. Then it was my boy Gus's turn. And Gus is sitting here jumping up and down. He's like, all right, I'm ready. And I was like, damn, nigga, relax, dog. And I didn't really know the intensity of like dabbing, guys. So I understood why this guy was getting himself so ready. And it's finally Gus's turn to hit the shit. He heats it up. He heats up the rig with the torch, and he takes his dab, dude. And dude, I had never seen my boy Gus cough this much in my life. This nigga was coughing so hard for a good like 20 seconds, some shit like that. And he's finally done coughing, and it was my turn to hit the dab. And my boy Gus was like, yo, make his fat as fuck. And he was still kind of coughing a little bit too. So, yeah, bro, Jake, who was basically getting this shit ready for me, he got an extra fat piece of wax. I was like, oh, fuck. But, you know what, I wasn't going to pussy out. I was going to do this shit. So, yeah, bro, Jake starts heating up the rig for me with his torch, and he's like, all right, Cave, you're up. And I was like, all right, man. And I was getting ready. I was, like, mentally preparing myself as if I was going to hit a bong, because that's pretty much what I thought this was, and I didn't really know what wax was or how it worked. So this dude gets the shit ready, and I'm sitting here getting ready to take the hit, and he's like, all right, go. And I start inhaling, and at first I was like, oh shit, this isn't so bad, because like all the smoke had cleared into my lungs, and I was like, all right, yeah, this isn't so bad. And I held it in for a good 3 or 4 seconds before my lungs just felt like they were melting from the inside out, and I had to exhale. I was like, dude, oh my god, guys, I had never coughed this much in my entire fucking life, guys. Like, I started coughing after the dab, and I ran to the bathroom. I was still coughing, and I probably coughed for a good 3 or 4 minutes, dude. I'm not even exaggerating. That's how long I was sitting there coughing. I went to this boy's bathroom, and I collapsed on the floor. Like, that shit was so bad. Like, at first they didn't know what happened. They thought I just went to, like, go get water or something. But when I finally finished coughing, all 4 of the dudes walk up to the bathroom, and they see me laying on the floor, and they're all laughing and cracking up. They're laughing their fucking asses off, and I was like, fuck you guys. And yeah, dude, that shit was so bad. Like, that was probably my worst experience I've ever had with dabbing in my life. So yeah, I'm laying there on the floor for a good 10 minutes until my boy Gus is finally like, all right, Cave, get up, dude. And he gives me his hand, And I get up, and dude, when I stood up, I got this crazy ass head rush. It was like a whole new level of high that I started to feel. And well, according to all my boys, or according to all these dudes, my face had gotten really, really pale, and I actually felt pretty nauseous too, like I was gonna throw up. So I just went right back on the floor and laid down for another good 10 or 15 minutes. So it was about time to leave, and I was just laying on the floor the whole time while all these dudes were smoking up and dabbing up and shit. And when it is time for me to leave, I had to give my boy Gus a ride to a mall that's actually really close to my house. And I stood up finally. I felt somewhat good to walk around. I was still really fucked up. And I realized that I didn't have my fucking car keys. And dude, that shit, like the paranoia that hit me when I couldn't find them in my pockets was like fucking insane, dude. Like my heart started racing and I started panicking. I'm like, all right, guys, I don't have my fucking keys. And I told my boy Gus that, and he told everyone else. And we all started looking for my keys around the house. And I'm not even kidding you guys. We were probably all looking around the house for like a good 20, maybe close to 30 minutes. And I was wearing a jacket. And you know how jackets have these little like pockets in the front for you to put your hands in when they get too cold? Yeah, it was in there the whole fucking time. I checked my jean pockets. I just didn't think to check my jacket pockets. And I didn't want to tell everyone that I had it the whole time. That would have been the stupid, like, I would have looked retarded as fuck. So I ended up putting it, like, on this table somewhere in the house. And I told everyone, like, yo, I found it. It was on this table. And then everyone's like, oh, shit, yeah, thank God, dude. And my boy Gus was like, all right, bro, I need to get to the fucking mall, dude. So we finally get in my car, and I sit behind the drive, like, I sit in the driver's seat behind the wheel, and I realize, like, dude, I'm way too fucked up to drive right now. There was no way I was going to fucking drive a car on the streets, dude. I was so fucked up. And my boy, or not my boy, Jake ends up saying, yo, I'll drive you there, dude, and I'll just Uber back home or some shit. And I was like, all right, dude, thank God. Like, I didn't care that some dude was driving my car. I was so fucked up, and I kind of needed to get home too. So if he drive me to the mall, I was already a lot closer to home. So that's what he did. He ended up driving me and my boy Gus to this mall. And I ended up sitting in my boy Gus got out of the car, and he clapped me up. He's like, all right, dude, peace. And I sat in the parking lot for another half an hour before I felt like I was somewhat good to drive. So, yeah, I had to wait that out. I finally drove home, and I remember I just knocked out. Like, dude, I got home at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I fell asleep the whole night and didn't wake up till like 6 in the morning the next morning for school. So, yeah, guys, that concludes the story, and I hope you guys enjoyed this story. If you did, just like I said, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. There will be a lot more content coming out, guys. And yeah, that's it, guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.